welcome to Layers of the Culture, episode 25.
25.
It's your boy Howie, my man.
What's up, y'all? It's Kirk. Doing it again.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all checking us out as usual.
Yeah.
We got a few things to talk about, but we're gonna try to do it big for women's history. Things like that. Kind of give them a little props here.
Yep.
But how was your week, sir?
Week's been pretty good. Been a little hectic, man. Like I said, some stuff happened. We just for the listeners, we really record on Wednesday and then we try to shoot it out Friday. But with things happening and stuff, so we recording today. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the week been pretty good, just work and trying to survive under 47. That's about it.
Hey, I know how it is, man.
That's about it.
Trying to survive out here.
Trying to survive.
Right.
Oh, how was your week, man? My bad.
No, you was good. I forgot to. But yeah, my week was good. I've just been chilling, doing my thing, working, punching the clock, not letting the clock punch me.
That's right.
And, just relaxing, man. I'm at that age now where I'm just chilling, man. I ain't got to do a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
Man,
I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. So I'm out here chilling right now.
Man, listen, I don't even want to be bothered. I'm telling you, man, shoot.
So you don't want to be bothered?
Listen, I'm telling you, now, I know shoot. Just relaxing and, not having to be in, run out and everything. See, that's the reason why we as black people, when the pandemic first hit, we were cool. You know what I'm saying? We was like, all right, so we just hang out at home.
Right.
Yeah, white people, not to make it a racist show, white people was like, man, we gotta get outside. I'm like, no, you don't. Just
right, relax.
Just sit down, shut the fuck up and chill.
Relax.
That's it. I only gotta be doing shit.
Yep, exactly.
What's wrong with your ass? Sit down. Well, not now. No, you need to fight now, but back then you should shut your ass down. But anyway. That's
you good, man.
That's either here nor there. I'm sorry.
Well, before we get too heavy into the show, we do want to stop and pay our respects and give some R.I.P. To Angie Stone, aka Angie B. We got to talk a lot about her in this episode. We're gonna come back to her later, but right now, just want to acknowledge that she passed, and she was a big contributor to the hip hop industry, and a lot of people don't know that. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. But I don't think she was very old. I think she might have been in her late 50s, maybe.
Yeah, that's not old.
I want to say 57, somewhere around there, but I could be wrong. But I know she's definitely been doing it big for hip hop. You know what I mean? A lot of people know her for the singing, but, she started out doing it big for hip hop. So anyway, I also want to throw some sentiment out to Casey from Casey and JoJo. He's actually in the hospital with pneumonia. So I hope he gets better, because pneumonia is no joke. You can die from that.
Oh, yeah. Ask James Brown.
Yeah. So our thoughts and prayers with him and his family. And then also one other person, Dwayne Wiggins. He was one of the founding members of Tony. He's actually in hospice right now.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's not looking that great for him, because, once you go to hospice, that means they figure that's it for you. They're just trying to keep you comfortable. So, I hate that, because he can't be but so old. You know what I mean? He can't be but maybe early 60s at the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what his illness is, but our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. Okay. So let's take a moment and give a moment of silence for Angie B, aka Angie Stone, so we can pay our respects. All right, that's pretty good. I appreciate y'all for doing that with us. Always want to pay our respects. So I guess I'll go ahead and throw out some birthdays. You good with that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn this damn tablet down and over here.
You good?
Making noise and shit.
I ain't even hear it. I
heard this shit.
But
I hope that don't get picked up in the show. Anyway.
But yeah, so I got some birthday shout outs. So back on March 8th, we had my man Apathy. I think is one of the most underrated artists out there. You know what I mean? Dope lyricist. I've heard some of my favorite verses from him. I believe I've done a lyrical breakdown on him on our old show.
Yeah.
And then also on the same day, my nephew Shaquan, shout out to him. Happy birthday to both of them. He took the week off, to kind of get him some vacation time in. So he been chilling, you know what I mean? So
that's a present with his son.
Yes, sir. On March 9th, we got a few people. We got my man Bow Wow, aka Shad Moss. We got my man YG. We got my man C Murder. We got my man AZ. And we got my man Chingy. All of them celebrating birthdays on March 9th, which is also Biggie Day. So
greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't think I did that right. It sounded like a Jada voice instead of my cannabis voice.
It was kind of right in the middle of both of them. Yeah.
Jadakiss.
But
Jada bus. That's what it is, the Jada bus.
Yeah. But yeah, on March 10th, happy birthday goes out to Timberland. Also, Steezo, who passed away.
Yes.
And also, Lord have mercy from Busta Rhymes' Flip Mode Squad, which is also his cousin, I believe. No, wait a minute. No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. The last Boy Scout is his family member. Rampage. Lord have mercy is not his relative. My fault. Okay. But he was part of Flip Mode Squad.
Okay.
And then on March 11th, we got my man Paul Wall. You know what I mean? You need a grill? Go holler at Paul Wall. You know what I mean?
Born in the days, sitting sideways.
On March 13th, we get my man Common, which is today, actually, the day we're recording. March 14th, happy birthday goes to Cash Dog. March 15th, happy birthday goes to Will I Am and Young Buck. March 16th goes to Flavor Flav. Hey. Happy birthday, man. That dude he's like 65 or 66. One of those. And he still looks pretty young, actually. You know what I mean? March 17th goes to my man Sean P. You know what I mean? Also, Swifty McVeigh from D12 on the same day. So happy birthday to them. March 18th, we got Queen Latifah. Also Drez, both of them representing the Flavor Unit. And Torre, all of them on the same day. Happy birthday. March 19th, we got my man Bun B. Happy birthday to him. All right. Doing his thing with Trill Burgers. I definitely got to try one of them one day.
Trill Burgers.
I keep hearing so much about them. March 20th, we got Manny Fresh. Also DJ Cool.
Let me clear my throat.
Yes, sir. And Tame One, who passed away. Rest in peace to him. He's also Redman's cousin.
Oh, yeah.
And then last but not least, on March 21st, we got Premier, DJ Premier. A bunch of producers on this day. Premier, we got Hit Boy,
Dang.
Large Pro.
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Dang.
And then Miss Melody, rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got 3 dope producers on the same day.
That's crazy,
dope, man.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's it for my birthdays. I'm gonna throw out a little music here. Just got a couple of things. My man Young MC has actually dropped a new joint. Young MC. It's called Kinetic. Y'all need to check that out, man. He still sounds good. And I know he's got to be maybe 60. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, because he was already pretty grown up when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So, also Killer Priest dropped a new joint called Mustard Seed.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I'm going to check it out.
Right. And then Mathematics and Wu-Tang dropped a new joint called Mandingo off the new Mathematics album, which they keep calling a Wu-Tang album, but it's not. It's a Mathematics album. He just got all the Wu-Tang on there. Mm-hmm. And then Busta Rhymes got a new joint called Get On Your Job. So, shout out to Busta. He doing this thing. I think his new album's called Dragon Season, I believe. So, and then that's pretty much it for my music. So we can go ahead and jump into the question of the day, what did you have for our question of the day?
Okay, so this question of the day, hold on, let me pull it up here. I apologize. I have it queued up.
Oh, no, you're good.
Definitely want to say happy Women's History Month, aka as I like to call it, Black History 2.0.
There you go.
Because Black women rock that shit.
Yeah.
But we do want to appreciate women in general, so don't get it twisted. But anyway, my question is, women in hip hop, how do they contribute in a male dominant field?
Well, that's a good question. How do women in hip hop contribute in a male dominated field? I think they help balance things out. You know what I mean? Because I think we need female voices in hip hop. I just wish there were more at the moment. I wish there were more skilled females. They're being outweighed by females who just want to have twerk season. But I do think that we need those feminine voices though, because it kind of balances it out. Every now and then, I think it's very appealing for hip hop to have those female voices. And even though there's more male voices, I think they contribute heavily to the culture, to the point where it doesn't feel like it's that big of an offset. You know what I mean? So, that's how I look at it. They bring a little balance to the hip hop culture. So what do you think?
Well, I will say this. One thing I think it's good to hear their struggles and where they came from. Because the fact that, we in hip hop, definitely, even though things are, the way it is now, which I'm going to say it's probably going to go back that, for the most part, it's about the young Black male experience, him being ostracized, him being marginalized and things of that nature. And then really when you think about it, the counterpart, the females, particularly Black women, what I'm saying, they're like the most marginalized because you're a woman and then you're Black. You got the double whammy.
Right.
It's like, right. So not to, what I'm saying, I'm sorry, y'all. But really, but you think about it, both they're marginalized. So we need to hear their stories, their side of the stories. Like you said, to bring that balance so we can come like, okay, I may not be a woman, but I can understand how it would feel like if someone was looking at you and gawking over you and you feel uncomfortable, if you rapped about that. Or hey, I, as a man, like, okay, I would understand. I kind of see why you would think since I'm just a female that I don't have any skills because, hey, I'm a man and I could just bust your ass on the mic. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. And don't get me wrong, as an MC, no matter who you are, what gender you rep, you're supposed to be that. Yeah. Period. Yeah. You don't give a fuck. You're supposed to go in there like a just like damn Mike Tyson said to cannabis, man, we warriors, man. We come out, we don't come out at all. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So that's the thing, man. So I do appreciate the female rappers all the way. There's something that I don't maybe agree with, but I appreciate what y'all do. Y'all keep doing it. We also said even back, we did the old show 2017, like when women was on the rise, they were coming up with the MC stuff, to stepping the games up, stepping the bars. Like we seen it. I mean that, and now don't get me wrong, there's probably more, we could probably go back further. But as far as 2017 to me, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? And so I do want to give them their respects and kudos.
Facts. And y'all, let us know how you feel in the comments. You know what I mean? Definitely put some comments in there. Let us know what you're thinking. And, real quick, don't forget to hit those buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
All three of them.
Oh, yeah. We need funds allocated to help Dr. Umar Johnson because his daughter bagged his ass.
Yeah, man.
Which I ain't seen it yet.
His
but
daughter was kind of dragging him. But you know what, man? The more I looked at it, man, she is just as fake as he is sometimes, man.
Damn.
And I don't mean to diss Dr. Umar, but sometimes he comes off a little fake. But she got one video where she was really putting it out there where she was trying to get clicks and views. And, you could just tell she took that Dr. Umar spirit, but then later on, I don't care about views. I'm not doing this for the clicks and views. But you specifically said that in one of your videos. She was like, and she was saying stuff like, since y'all want to interview Dr. Umar, if anybody want to interview me, you're going to have to pay me the same money you pay him. We don't even know you.
No, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't do that. At least with him, he whether you agree with him or not, he built his name.
Right. Exactly.
He built, he did the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it came to that, you can't just step in.
I mean, that man at least has put in work speaking, doing a whole bunch of speaking events, so he gets paid for the quality of speaking that he does. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can't just say, interview me and pay me the same money you pay him. We don't know you. Nobody gonna pay you.
Pay me.
Yeah, so, I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, we can go ahead and jump into some topics, man.
Yep.
So I want to go ahead and throw this out there. They had the thing where a bunch of people have been added to the Diddy lawsuit. So now we got Doechii that's got involved. We got my man Odell Beckham Jr. and also Jaguar Wright, which, she was the last name I would have expected to be in there. But since she's always trying to out everybody, but apparently some lady is accusing all of them of assaulting her. She's saying that there was a time, I know she talked about Doechii a lot, so there was a time when Diddy was there and Doechii kind of got into the thing where they was forcing her to, do stuff and sexual stuff, and Doechii jumped in, and I was like, yo, this is getting crazy, man. This is getting really crazy, and supposedly she got evidence, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the fact that dang on one of the lawyers jumped off the case, like, I can't continue to do this.
Yeah.
What about, man? You ever see that comedian Josh Johnson?
Sounds familiar.
He was a black guy with dreads, but he kind of talked dry. He's like dry humor. But man, he killed me, man. He's like, listen, man, you mean to tell me this lawyer, Diddy, Diddy got like the team of lawyers, and this one lawyer for Diddy, the one that quit, actually represented Osama bin Laden on the opposite end. And even he was like, yo, I gotta go. I can't do this.
I did not know that. Yo, he represented Osama bin Laden. That's crazy.
And he was like,
and you get to Diddy's case and you're like, I can't do it.
He said, man, there was even one time there's this guy that robbed the bank. You know what I'm saying? He said, he robbed the bank. He said, yo, give me the money. And the bank's like, do you want paper or cash? Man, you don't know what this is. This is a sticker. Obviously, he was deaf. Right. They tripped the alarm, called the cops. And you know what that guy did for robbing the bank? He sued the bank for discriminating against him for being deaf.
Oh, wow.
And that's what my man was saying. Like, even he was like, the lawyer there was like, he stepped in. He's like, I got this. I got you.
This. Yep.
So for my man to come through and like, yo, we got to dip. Right. I can't do
that. Yo, Diddy got some shit going on, man. That's crazy. I remember when they first said, oh boy was quitting the team. I was like, yo, this must be some deep shit going on. Because for him to say, nah, this is too much for me,
I can't do this.
Yeah, man. But man. I know you wanted to mention the issue with Doechii saying that, men are being a man is a red flag for her.
Well, being a straight
man, I'm sorry.
is a red flag.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into all of it. I heard some people responding to it. I will say this. I saw a comment that I may not necessarily agree with, but I would say I kind of understood. And they were saying the reason she said that is because, she's a person that represents the queer community. So if she got someone that was straight, they wouldn't be able. She felt that, well, at least in the comment, I think it was saying that that person wouldn't be able to go to the spaces that she goes to. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that, but I also can, as a man, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, nah, you shouldn't really just knock someone for being themselves because we want you to be yourself. So why are you knocking us for being ourselves? If we like, hey, nah, we don't deal with that space, we don't do that, you know. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it is kind of crazy.
Very crazy, very crazy.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
you know, I mean, and then it's pretty much like it's kind of sad because, you know, for what I understand, Doechii is an incredible artist. You know, and I actually need to listen to her stuff. You know, incredible artist. You know, Kendrick Lamar put a stamp on him, and then for her to get this backlash, like, you know, I'm pretty much saying, yes, she pretty much might ended her career and stuff off of that. But it's like, which I mean, you know, for her sake, I hope that's not the case. But at the same time,
Right.
it's just like, I mean, what can you do? It's like, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know what to think of it, but I'm not very much in favor of what she said because, you know, I do feel like you're generalizing, you know, all straight men. And it doesn't seem like it was taken out of context or anything like that. I mean, you know, she has the right, of course, to feel how she feels. And I will say this, I do like her music in general. I've heard a few songs and I do like them. So she's definitely a talented artist, but personality wise, I don't think that was the move, you know what I mean, to me. And I feel like I have to wonder, you know, and I'm not sure, but I feel like she's one of those, you know, I wonder if she jumped on the queer bandwagon because men have hurt her so much. Because in one of her songs, she talks about how men like cheated on her and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, so you have dated men at one time and now they done you wrong. And then, you know, she the thing that made her say that, she was talking to somebody and she was like, you know, what's the a big red flag in dating? And the person couldn't figure out what her answer would be. So she finally showed them the card and it said men, straight men. And so it just feels like you just kind of jumped on the queer bandwagon because you're mad at men. You know, is it that? I don't know. You know, and I'm not being disrespectful to her. I still like her music. I just wonder if she has a personality that's so feminist, you know, that she just hates men. You know, all men are bad. You know what I mean? Or one of those. You know?
That's the thing too, because even if you were like a lesbian, hell, they cheat too.
Right. Yeah, don't get it twisted. They will cheat on you quick.
Yeah, it's a human, you know what I'm saying? It's a human flaw. I'm not gonna say it's nature.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that, but it's just a human flaw. I mean, it's just, you know, there's things, especially like in our biological makeup, it's just like, hey, you know, I know I'm committed to this, but man, this thing over here looking kind of bad, boy.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yep, it is what it is, man.
This thing right here.
And it also makes me wonder too, because she hasn't really put out a statement to clarify, like, oh, well, this is what I meant.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's saying, hey, I said what I said. You know, I don't like straight men. You know what I mean? So to me, your silence says a lot. You know, now if you come out and say, hey, well, this is what I really meant, you know, I shouldn't have generalized, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I appreciate that. But if you just leave it as it is, then you're letting us know. You're like, yeah, fuck all straight men. You know what I mean? So, which I think is very harsh and very aggressive for someone to have that mentality. But anyway, before we get to our last topic, do you have anything you want to drop? I know we want to kind of get into Angie being the sequence and all of that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and before that, I want to shout out Torture Talk. He brought up a interesting thing. You know, this is the continuation of the Drake versus Kendrick thing.
Okay.
But he had a title that really I kind of want to discuss it real quick,
Okay.
and that's hits versus history.
Mm.
And I think as it's a really, really strong topic because it kind of brings to the sentiment of hip hop and where we are. But anyway, if you check out his channel, he has a video that I think he just posted. And it was, you know, it was a couple, I think it was I don't know if it's that AR guy, because it kind of reminded me of that AR guy that was it's like a video clip. I don't know if it was him or not, but there was another producer there. And they were like, man, you know, Drake was the template. Kendrick Lamar did this. Now we don't have a template. They gonna have to take over. And the thing of it is, it's like, okay, but if you're an artist, you shouldn't have to worry about what to follow everybody. I mean, in one sense, I mean, I get it. That it was an era, especially the era of I wouldn't say necessarily Drake's era because Drake kind of borrowed from other artists. Well, not kind of. He did shit. Damn near stole.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so
he stole.
So I understand that there was an era of like copy and paste, but that's the thing though. Can you name anything from the 2010s? Can you name any artists from the 2010s? Can you name any songs from the 2010s? I mean, I can name a few.
A few, maybe, but
I mean, can you define? It's like, but you could define the 90s.
Right.
You can define the 80s. You can actually define some of the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Can you define? You could define the 70s. So what he was trying to say is like these people, these artists, in those times, yeah, they may not have like the bunch of the hits like Drake does, but at the same time, I mean, Drake ain't gonna be really a footnote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's just, he was just focused on making the hits instead of focus on making history, saying like, hey, I did this. Just like we was talking, I think me and my supervisor at my other job, we was talking about, we were talking about that same sentiment, like the 2010s and stuff. So one thing that I think that they missed the opportunity on, and I'm talking about more so Drake and J. Cole as opposed to Kendrick Lamar. They missed the opportunity to say, hey, they're saying that we're the big three, our fan base saying we're the big three. Let's come together. Let's make this album. Let's make a joint. Let's make a project. And that can be our legacy for the 2010s. You know what I'm saying? Or, however you say it, because I don't think they do decades like that anymore. I mean, I think we might be starting to bring it back. But what I'm saying is the history, like as far as like Kendrick Lamar, and not to, make this a whole thing, but
yeah,
Kendrick Lamar, he don't have many albums and hits as Drake does. But yet people are going back, listening to that stuff, and it's standing the test of time. As opposed to what Drake's done. So, I mean, it was kind of interesting to hear that perspective. And it's just like, it's really good to hear that. I think people are starting to really appreciate art.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and you know how they say it, nothing's new under the sun. So everything kind of goes around in circles, whether it's fashion or, music and all of that. So, I can definitely see people starting to appreciate the art because after a while, this other stuff that they're doing, it might have a good bop for a second because of the beats and all of that. But after a while, you're going to be like, okay, I need a little bit more. You know what I mean? It can't be just that. So, but I like that. I'm going to have to check out the channel. You said it's called Torture Talk?
Yeah, Torture Talk. Well, I mean, I think too, though, it's just the where we at as the society, nation, way the world is right now. Like, it's like, I ain't going to sit here just saying that nobody's partying.
Right.
But
course.
it's really hard to get the party going when you got people laid off of jobs, laid off the work. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, some South African, which I will not name, start sending emails and stuff and talking about, well, you know, we got to review your performance. And this motherfucker ain't really been voted into office. But all of a sudden, he running shit. So, I mean, we really got real issues. And I think people want to look for inspiration. I think people like Drake and that cookie cutter sound kind of drove us to where we are, even with the society and everything. Like, it's just like, oh, it don't matter as long as it's a hit, as long as he making the numbers.
Right.
But not really like, no, you got to have something to inspire you to push this to go. Because you think about it, like, in the whole scheme of things, really, I mean, we might got new technology and stuff, but we really haven't progressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about like the stuff that they tried to put down on black people. I'm just talking about the whole thing. Like, we still got power lines out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still got, and I don't mean to get this deep, but just think about what I'm saying. We still got power lines.
Right.
We were supposed to have like the underground joint grid, whatever, this, that, and the third. Like, we wouldn't have to experience any power outages and things like that ever again. Blase, blase. We're still driving gasoline cars.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got Teslas that you know, they fucking burn to the ground as they should. But you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, everybody's still driving gas, which we should have been, you know, we should be on, I ain't gonna necessarily say flying cars, but that was supposed to be where we was going next.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
I think through the music, dumbing down people and keeping people pacified, as Kendrick would say, has really kind of brought inspiration and kind of, you know, the human ingenuity down as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Drake is single-handedly responsible for this. Right. I'm just saying that there's certain that with that and other elements and other powers that be that kind of work, you know, kind of made the storm to like, yeah, we'll just keep them down here.
Yeah,
that's true. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is a big part of the mentality now. You know, we find something that works and we just stick with it. We don't try to keep improving on it. We just say, okay, that works. Let me just tap into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's, you know, we're not getting nowhere with that. So I definitely understand what you mean. But yeah, I got to check out that channel. Sounds like a good channel.
Yeah.
Torture Talk. Y'all go check that out too. You know what I mean? And let us know in the comments if you did and if you like the channel, you know, give us some feedback on that. But yeah, do you want to go ahead and jump into our final topic?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the ring, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man. So we got to pay homage to Angie B, which was, she was part of the group called The Sequence, early group, you know, and they, you know, made a big contribution to hip hop. You know what I mean? And I didn't know, you know, she said in an interview that The Sequence actually wrote several songs for the Sugar Hill Gang, among other artists. You know what I mean? She said they wrote The Eighth Wonder. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Apache, come on, man. They wrote Apache.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And she named one other third one, I forgot. But, you know, she was like, yeah, we wrote that.
Dang, yo.
And I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know, she said we was just some country bumpkins, but you know, we was putting in work though.
Yep.
And you know, these are unsung heroes of hip hop because you don't hear about that.
Yep. And the fact that, you know, hip hop really, I mean, it's testament to what Tariq Nasheed said, that, which I hopefully I get to check out that documentary, but you know, that hip hop really has Southern roots. I mean, these women are from South Carolina, you know, writing bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Writing bars, man. One of the first earliest, you know, hip hop groups. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like the South, I mean, we doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we should be able to recognize, you know, pioneers like that because
Right.
that's a really huge testament to us down here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I mean, that's insane, man. I mean, I'm just learning that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm just like, wow, where has hip hop been that we didn't know that? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people didn't know that. There's no, because we would have been talking about that.
Well, I mean,
Nobody.
and that's the thing too. Back in those days, I mean, you could suppress a lot of information. You could suppress a lot of people. I mean, we're now in the age where people can go on different platforms and voice themselves and actually they can tell the truth or their truth. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just the thing that we got, you know, going on now. Just the thing of, you know, the age of revealing, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And I always knew about Angie Stone and, you know, under her more hip hop name, Angie B, I always knew about her, but I didn't know a lot of her background stuff. And it was funny because they said that right before she passed, like maybe a few months, she had been talking on social media, putting out videos saying that the record company or somebody had screwed her over with her royalties. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. And they wonder, like, is this why she passed?
Yeah,
you know
connected.
I mean? Yeah. Was there some connection there? Did they not like the fact that she put it out there? I mean, I hope not, you know what I mean? But it's one of the things we probably never know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably not going to do much of a investigation into that.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna be like, nah, we looked and we didn't find anything.
Right.
And we gonna keep it like that.
Right.
And if you find something, we ain't gonna be too happy with you.
Right. What Dave Chappelle says? Sprinkle some crack on it.
Open and shut case, Johnson. Apparently, I've seen it before. Apparently, this nigger broke in someone's house and they put up pictures of his family everywhere.
I was watching that not too long ago. Yo, Dave Chappelle's a fool, man. He said, what do they think when we die, we just go, let me sprinkle some crack on myself.
I don't want to leave no mysteries.
I don't want to leave no mysteries.
Same joke, everybody. Same joke.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's hilarious to me. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, man.
Shout out to Dave.
But yeah, man, y'all should go back and do your do some history on the Sequence. You know what I mean? It's a female group. And Angie Stone, man, she's done a lot. She's done hip hop music. She's done R&B, soul, and what else? Gospel, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's very multi-talented.
Well-rounded. Yeah, well-rounded.
Multi-talented.
Facts, man. So that was really hard, you know, because I don't think she was that old. I swear I don't think she was more than late 50s. She could have been early 60s, but probably late 50s. I don't know. You know, if y'all know, put it in the comments. But yeah, she still looked pretty young, you know what I mean? When she passed, she didn't even look that old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know. But yeah, I definitely, we send thoughts and prayers to her family and, you know, all her friends. And I know that's a big loss. I don't know what they did with the funeral. I'm assuming they've already probably had one by now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had any famous people speak at it, but, you know, they should have. The contribution they made to hip hop, definitely should have.
Yeah, definitely.
She should have had a big funeral, unless she just requested, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, especially those, like you said, those early records.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. I mean.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just, I mean, and also it is good for that history again, for it being Women's History Month. I mean, y'all as women, I feel that. I mean, and I'm not a woman, so I'm not telling you how to feel.
Right.
I'm just suggesting, or I shouldn't even say suggest. I'm just saying if I was a woman, I'd be proud about that.
Yeah.
That, hey, these women are now finally getting the shine and that they actually, you know, contribute to early hip hop, you know, so.
Yeah.
The stuff that we enjoy today. So thank you, Angie B. And definitely rest in peace. Yeah, you definitely will be missed. You were definitely a talent.
Yep. And she's been part of several groups, but I believe the Sequence was the first. And I remember the other song, I wrote it down, forgot. It was called Rappers Reprise. It was part of Sugar Hill Gang's legacy too. So
Damn,
That was another one.
Damn, so none of them niggas was right.
Right. I'm like, dang.
At least thought Master G.
Right.
You know, we knew
Hank.
About Big Bang Hank. He
right.
got
We
his
just
joint
thought
from,
it was, yeah,
you know, he got
him.
his jack from, you know, Grandmaster Cass. That's why I always say I don't wish nothing bad on you. I don't wish nothing good neither.
Yeah, man. Grandmaster Cass was a fool for that.
Man.
But yeah, I thought it was only the issue with Hank. I thought the rest of them was just writing all their stuff. And I'm sure they wrote some of their stuff, but I didn't know anybody had ever written anything for them. So that's very, and it's dope, you know what I mean? You know, but I think she was saying that they never got credit for those songs either.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, you know, she should have been getting paid for that. Royalties.
Facts.
All types of money, man.
Yeah,
she should have been very wealthy.
Yeah, that Sugar Hill record, those records, those presidents, the Sylvia Johnsons and all that stuff. Yeah, they did them artists dirty. I mean,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's something that KRS-One was talking about. Said, yeah, those black executives, you know, those, you know, people like Sleeping Bag Records and stuff like that. So they was the first ones that came to rip artists off, you know, as opposed, you know, to the white counterparts, you know what I'm saying? But they was like the first, you know.
Yeah, man. So, you know, shout out to Angie B and rest in peace to her. I don't know if the other members of the groups, like Sequence or any other group she was with, I don't know what their status is. I don't know if they're still alive or not, but she was the only one I was more so keeping up with. You know, I'll say that. Yeah. So, you know, I definitely hate to see it. It's a loss for hip hop, but there had to be some real talent, you know what I mean? Because even back in the day, they didn't really want to give women a lot of jobs and opportunities. So the fact that they allowed them to write, but, you know, that might be why they didn't give them the credit. You know, they're like, we don't want it to seem like women write this.
Yeah,
you
know? Can't have women up here actually bringing down like some heavy bars. And like for the men folk, it's a male-dominated, you know, we got to have the women back here in the house making sandwiches and sweeping up.
Yeah. Oh, you wrote a song. Oh, that's cute. Don't make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
We'll take the song from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's you know, I feel like that's how they kind of looked at him. And, you know, that's definitely wrong. If the other members of the Sequence are still alive, I hope that one of them or both speak out about the situation.
Oh, yeah,
you know
facts.
That's insane. You know, the fact that they putting in all this work and not getting credit for it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to say. You know, I just really, that was a big loss for hip hop and music in general. Did you want to talk about anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's going to be it. Don't forget, we will do some album reviews. I meant to do it this past week. Things came up. We will, we will be recording Tuesday. I think we're going to put out everything on Friday.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to do is the Common and Pete Rock album. I definitely want to do this. It's been long overdue.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit on one of our episodes, but we didn't really give a good
extensive. So we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Also check out our review of the Rakim God's Rebirth Network album that we reviewed. I thought it was a pretty decent review. So check that out. And then we're going to do Spiff and Wesson's Infinity.
Yep.
We're going to do Drake's Some Sexy Songs or whatever that stuff is and give us our
we're going to give it a fair shot.
Yeah, we're going to give it a fair shot and our honest opinion on it. I mean, even though we don't, you know, we're not Drake fans, and we're not going to come up here to like purposely shit on it.
I've heard about half of it so far, and to me, it was kind of plain Jane for me, but I'm going to give the whole thing a fair shot. I just really want to see, because I know there's a lot of Drake fans that be going hard for him, like, yeah, this is like the best album ever. And I really want to see if I can see what they're seeing, but it's hard to, you know, sometimes. But yeah, you know, so that's it for us, man. I guess this has been episode 25.
25!
Oh, and one other thing I meant to say, this is our 1-year anniversary under the Layers of the Culture name, so clap it up for that.
Yeah, we clap it up.
We've officially been podcasting for about 7 or 8 years. We started in 2017, so what's that, 8 years this year?
Yeah.
So, you know, but we were under another name called Triad Hip Hop Podcast, and we had a decent following under there, but we decided to kind of stop and just kind of rebrand and redo some things. So we hope that we can kind of rebuild, you know what I mean? So y'all do us a favor one more time, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe,
Yep.
like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
And if you like Dr. Umar, don't have no kids. Just don't have them. No, I'm just playing. We just playing Dr. Umar. Don't come up in here. You little Nubian brothers. Let me speak to y'all.
Y'all know good. 50 lashes.
50 lashes.
50 lashes for the last of the culture.
I'm not interested in helping your little channel. But anyway, for Ladies of the Culture, episode 25, this your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Hey.